Hey YouTube, so I am finally back this week. Last week I had midterms and then my internet went down, so I wasn't able to film and upload a video. But this week I am back and I'm going to do the perfect palette tag. I know I wasn't technically tagged, but it is my birthday today, so I figured I was going to do it anyway. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get started. The first question is the palette with the best packaging, and for me that is the Glinda palette. First of all, it is absolutely stunning. It is just gorgeous. It looks beautiful. It looks like it was made for fairies. But it is also sturdy. It's in that kind of tin case, and then it has, it has a huge mirror, and then the colors are kind of in little pots down here. But then there's also a spot for this, I think it's a deluxe size Urban Decay liner that comes with it. So I just think that all around, between how beautiful it looks and the sturdiness of it, it is just the best. The second one is the palette with the best color payoff, and that's another Urban Decay one for me, and it is my Vice 2 palette. I am in love with this palette. I think that the colors are absolutely beautiful. They work well just alone or with a Maybelline color tattoo or a primer potion. It's just, these colors are beautiful. They blend beautifully together and they look beautiful. They just it can make a lot of different looks, and I love it for that. The next one is the palette that is most versatile, right? Right. And that is for me the Lorac Pro palette. You guys know the deal with this one. There's the 10 matte on the top, the 10 shimmer on the bottom, and you can make neutral looks, you can make night out looks. There are a couple of fun colors in there, and I don't really use this one that often, surprisingly, but it is very, very versatile. Number 4 is the palette that is best for travel, and this is another Urban Decay one, and it is the Naked Basics palette. First of all, it's very small and it is very, very durable. But secondly, it's got all these neutral shades that are just beautiful, and you can make, you can make a night out look, you can make a daytime look. You don't have to bring a bunch of different palettes. You can make some different looks out of this one. So the fact that it is so durable, so small, and you can make more than one look just makes this the best for travel for me. Number 5 is one that I don't actually have in front of me, and it is Biggest Regret. About 2 or 3 weeks ago, I went through all of my makeup and went through and decided things that I didn't want, didn't use, had never used, and just gave it all to my sisters who are starting to get into makeup. And amongst those was the Bobbi Brown Rich Chocolate palette. And I didn't think that the pigmentation was very good on that palette. It wasn't very pigmented. The color payoff was really, really poor. And yeah, it was just a no-go for me. I really hated that I had spent, I think it was around $52 for a palette that I almost never reached for because it was so disappointing. And the next one is the best color names. And for me, this is Too Faced Chocolate Bar palette. And every time I open it, I have to smell it. And yeah, they just have really cute names that all relate to like chocolate and sugary treats, and I mean, there's milk chocolate, white chocolate, creme brulee, strawberry bonbon, champagne truffle. I just think that the names are just so stinking cute for this palette. And the only thing that bothers me is I hate these little film things. I wish that they would just put the names like on the palette themselves. I want to know the names, so I keep these. But yeah, I wish that they would just, maybe I'm being too picky. Maybe I'm being too picky. No, I'm not. You pay money for these. I'm not being too picky. Next one is Least Used, and it's not because I don't like this, because I absolutely adore this palette. It is my Lorac Unzipped palette. I don't know, it always finds its way kind of towards the bottom of my palette stash, and it's a mixture of kind of rose golds. There's like that burgundy color. They're more neutral shades, and some people have compared it to the Urban Decay Naked 3. I think that they are completely different palettes, but yeah, it's just my least used, so maybe I will stick it on top of my vanity to make sure that I get some use out of it this month, because I do really love it and enjoy it. And my last palette is, what is it, Most Used, Most Loved, and one that I'm taking with me on a desert island, and that is my Naked 3 palette. I love, love, love this palette. I think that the colors are absolutely beautiful, and they were made for blue and green eyes, which my eyes kind of change colors, but they, for the most part, are blue. And I think that if you're afraid of pinks, that you shouldn't be with this palette, because they don't make you, sometimes like you get pinks on and you have that kind of like sickly look. These are not going to do that. These are beautiful, pigmented, rich colors that can create so many different looks. And yes, it is my favorite palette. I would do anything except for trade my children for this palette. So that is my perfect palette tag. I hope that you guys enjoyed. If you did, I would love for you to like and subscribe and see what else I have coming out. I do film about 2 to 3 days a week, unless it's, you know, finals time or midterm time like last week. And until then, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys. Oh, my hair is short. What ifs?